No video, just your picture, though.
What's that?
I said we have no video.
Okay, let's hang on 1 second.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
There we go. Mr. Schilling, I'd like you to introduce you to the LSU panel right here. These guys were super excited they got your package, and they certainly wanted to show you a big thank you. Go ahead.
LSU!
So they were definitely excited to get it. So they have some questions for you. I'm going to introduce you to them, and then they're going to fire away. Is that all right?
Sounds good.
All right. So we have Aiden, Jackie, RJ, who has kind of been the LSU pusher here. He is a super big LSU football fan, so he kind of pushed the LSU on a lot of the other guys here. Michael and Haley.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead, Aiden. Start us off.
What is your school mascot and school colors?
What is your school mascot and school colors?
Okay, our school mascot is Mike the Tiger. Mike the Tiger here on campus. He's about a 700-pound Bengal Siberian mix, and so he has about a $1 million facility right in the center of campus. So he's there on a daily basis, and our school colors are purple and gold.
Now, is there a professional caretaker for Mike the Tiger?
Yeah, so we actually have a vet school on our campus. So we have a veterinarian who is over Mike, and then we have two student veterinarians that assist the head veterinarian.
Excellent. Okay.
How do you become your mascot?
How did Mike become your mascot?
Mike, we got the Tiger's name. It was named after a brigade in the Civil War. The name Mike came from the LSU athletic trainer that was killed in actually World War II, and so the students purchased a live tiger and named him after that student athletic trainer that was killed in the war.
Excellent. Okay.
How many students attend at your college or university?
We have about 25,000 undergraduate students, so that's freshmen, sophomore, senior, junior, and seniors. And then we have about an additional 5,000 graduate students in our law school, our graduate school, and our vet school. And those are all on our Baton Rouge campus. So about 29,000 students.
Wow. Now, is that considered a large size campus?
Yeah, so we're considered a large public institution, and we're the flagship institution of the state of Louisiana. So we're the top institution within our state.
Now, okay, go ahead, Jackie.
How many students start college at your school each year?
As I told you in that email I sent you, these guys were at their new school all morning getting to meet their teachers for next year.
Okay.
So there was about 105 of them that left to go to that school. So they're curious to find out. It took us 3 buses to get over to that new school. So
wow.
They're curious on how many would start at LSU if they were starting there next year.
Yeah, so typically around last year's class we had right around 5,300 incoming students that were freshmen. This year, the number is going to look around about 5,600. So about 5,600 students will be starting LSU in the fall.
So that would be, you guys would have needed about another 50 buses.
Yeah, definitely.
If you were going to be driving all the freshmen from LSU there. Go ahead, Jack.
How big are your classes size?
Since we are a large institution, we have some large lecture classes. So some of the larger classes could be like 350, 250 students. But in some of the classes, like our English and math classes, those classes can be anywhere between 15 to 20 to 25 students. But we have a student-to-faculty ratio of 27 to 1.
So it's about double what your class size is for most of them. So it would be, imagine having just about double your class size, and that would be the average size of the classes there. Go ahead.
What type of sports are offered at your school?
We have about 20 athletic programs that compete in the D1 in NCAA Division I. We compete within the SEC, so we compete against Alabama and Georgia and Florida, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and teams like that. Some of the examples we have football, basketball, baseball, softball, track and field, soccer, swimming and diving, gymnastics, tennis. So sports are a big deal at LSU.
Now, you guys are chasing another national title with your baseball team right now. Is that correct?
Yes, so this weekend we actually play Stony Brook. They're out of New York, and we play them in the Super Regional. And if we win 2 out of 3, we'll go to Omaha to compete for the national championship.
Yeah, Stony Brook's a stone's throw away from us, only a little over an hour ride. So
okay, neat.
They're I wouldn't say they're a favorite around here by any means, but it's so certainly the only them and St. John's are the 2 local schools that made it to the Super Regionals from around this area.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead, RJ.
What types of things are there to do at your college?
We have a lot of things to do at LSU. We have over 300 student organizations, so anything from intramural sports to religious organizations to Greek organizations like sororities or fraternities. We have student government that is just like the president of the United States. We have a president of the student body. I don't know if any of you guys are Harry Potter fans. We have a Quidditch team on campus that compete against other schools. So there's always a lot of things going on campus.
It's funny that you say that. I think we've talked to 22 different universities in this project, and I think about 90% of them have mentioned the fact that they have a newly formed Quidditch team that plays on campus. So I said that has got to be the most popular sport that's coming out of colleges these days.
Yeah, ours started when I was an undergrad, so right around 2006, 2007, when the Harry Potter craze was going on, our team started. So we're pretty good.
Now, for you guys who don't know, the Intramurals it's a way for you guys to play against kids who are in school with you. You don't have to play other colleges. So if you guys are in LSU and you want, maybe you're not as good of a football player as to make the Division I team, what you could do is you can play intramurals against some of your people that you go to school with.
Yeah, it's really fun, especially if you play sports in high school or you play sports growing up. It gives you a good opportunity to continue doing that through college. And so you can have a group of friends starting out your freshman year, and you can have the same team for 4 years, and it's really fun.
Oh, excellent. Go ahead, RJ.
Do you have any rivals?
Well, we have a few. I would say our longest rival is Tulane University. They're about an hour from our campus in New Orleans. That's just kind of the long-standing rival we have. But in recent years, the SEC is very competitive. So we've competed against Alabama. They're a rival. They actually kind of beat us out in the national championship this year. We have a big rivalry with Ole Miss. That's in Mississippi. And we have the Battle of the Boot against Arkansas every year. So that's kind of a rival as well.
Michael, RJ, you have one more?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does your college have any traditions?
Yeah, we have a lot of traditions. Some of the favorite ones that students like is one football game each year. We have a pajama game. So they sell LSU pajamas, and all the students in the student section wear pajamas to the football game. We have Fall Fest, which is a welcome back party for students. It's in our quad area. So we have the band, the Tiger Girls. We have a step show, free food, hot dogs, drinks. It's just a big party to welcome students back to school. We have Groovin' on the Grounds, which is a outdoor concert that's on our parade grounds each year in the spring. And so they bring in 5 different musical acts in the different areas, and they perform. So this past year, we had, I would say the most popular one was Ludacris. He was the hip-hop presenter.
Nice. Go ahead, Michael.
What is your college best known for?
What is your school best known for?
Well, we have a very successful athletic program, but we have some very good academic programs. A lot of our programs are ranked nationally within the top 50 by some different publications. But our school is known for just the traditional Southern hospitality. We have a lot of school spirit, a big family atmosphere, and it's always just a very welcoming place for people who aren't necessarily from here.
Go ahead, Michael.
What do most people
Students choose our school for a lot of different reasons. There might be a major here that we offer. So if students want to be a doctor, we have 2 med schools that they can go to. If students want to be a vet, we have a law school. If students want to be a lawyer, we have a vet school. If students want to be a lawyer, we have a law school. If students want to, start their own business, they can major in, management or general business. So that's one of the reasons. A lot of times students choose to come here because it's close to home, or their parents went here, or their brothers and sisters go here. And then some students choose to come here to play sports. So they might get a scholarship and play football or basketball or baseball or softball here.
Excellent. One more, Michael.
How big is your campus?
Our campus sits on about 2,000 acres. The main academic area, so where all the classes are, is pretty confined to the central of those 2,000 acres. So we have a big, beautiful campus, but it's the main buildings are kind of in the central of that area. So they say you can walk from one end of campus to the other in less than 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. Go ahead.
How do students get around the campus?
We have a few different options. So we have a bus system. The students named it the Tiger Trails bus system. So it runs all through campus, all off campus, to where students necessarily don't have to walk back and forth to class. Walker friendly and bike friendly. So a lot of choose to do bikes and walk.
Excellent. Go ahead.
What are the most popular areas of study at your school?
So where do students study the most, or what are some of the popular majors?
Yeah, the popular majors.
Okay, I would say the top 5 would be engineering. We have a large engineering program here with the oil and gas industry and the petrochemical plants. Engineers are in high demand in South Louisiana. Business, since we have a business school, we have an MBA program, so that's very popular. Pre-vet program is pretty big since we have a vet school. Mascot is one of our smaller programs, but it's highly ranked in the rankings for journalism schools. So if students want to be an ESPN reporter or work for CBS or Sports Illustrated, they'll get a mass communication degree. And then education. So we have a lot of students who want to be teachers that come here and get certified to teach, elementary school or high school or middle school.
Excellent. One more?
What is the cost of your school?
Well, Fleet, since you guys are in New York, you would be considered a non-resident. So including tuition fees, your housing fees, your meal plan, and your books and supplies, it's roughly $30,000 for the year. So that includes everything.
Now, do you guys offer any scholarships?
Yeah, so all of our scholarships are going to be based off, they're called merit-based scholarships, and so they're based on your test scores and your GPA. So it's very important to maintain good grades throughout high school and to take the ACT test or SAT test to become scholarship eligible. We do offer scholarships. The scholarships award amounts vary depending on the level of your test scores.
Now, when you guys do admissions at LSU, do you guys take the holistic approach, or are you strictly based on academic merit?
So we do, our first round is done solely on academic merit, so the GPA and the test scores. If students don't meet the minimum requirements, we do a holistic review process. So we look at extracurricular activities, maybe a personal statement, letters of recommendation, things like that.
Excellent. Now, the last question, well, 2 more questions. One was, do you have any famous alumni from LSU?
I would say my favorite alumni is Shaquille O'Neal. So Shaquille O'Neal played here back in the early 90s. I remember as a kid going to watch him play. a political consultant, James Carville. He worked in the Clinton administration. His wife actually worked in the Bush administration. He's an alumni of the university. A few NASA astronauts. So one of the engineers that kind of made it possible for Neil Armstrong to go to the moon, he graduated from LSU. And some well-known engineers. So the guy, an architect who he does like disaster type management. And when the Washington Memorial cracked during the earthquake, his company is the one who fixes things like that.
Excellent. And the last one was, what do you like most about LSU?
The reason I chose LSU is because there's a lot of tradition and it's a family type atmosphere. It's a very special place. Everybody's really nice, very friendly. We have a lot of school spirit, and it had good academic programs. And it offered me a good scholarship to come here. So I chose LSU. But it's a great place. I was a student here for 4.5 years, and I chose to stay here and work for the university.
One other question that I have that wasn't on there was, being that we're out-of-state residents, and if we did decide to come down to LSU, what is the percentage of students who are commuters versus those who live on campus?
So, for the incoming class, about 74% of incoming students choose to live on campus. We have about a 22-23% non-resident population. So those are students that are not from Louisiana, and it varies from the class to class on how many students choose to live on campus.
So typically, if they did stay at LSU on the weekends, there would definitely be things for them to do, if they weren't able to come home.
Yeah, there's always things going on with the different student organizations, with sporting events, with family weekends and things like that. There's always something going on, not only on campus, but we are housed in the capital city of Louisiana, so our downtown area has a lot of different festivals and music things and stuff like that.
Excellent. All right, guys. Well, what do we say to Mr. Schilling for representing LSU and giving you guys some cool stuff?
Thank you.
No problem. I just have one more request. I want you to hold up all your LSU stuff so I can take a picture up.
All right, hold it up, nice and big. Now, is there a cheer that we should say for LSU?
Yeah, I want you on the count of 3 say "Go Tigers."
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go Tigers!
Thanks, guys. Good luck with everything.
Thanks, Mr. Schilling. You were fantastic.
No problem.
Have a great afternoon.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.